Hey guys, Jake1 up here, and this is the Agrarian Skies mod pack. We're back. Our dirt has actually just finished composting. Um, we've got a little cute little sapling here. He's just kind of chilling out because I haven't bothered to bone meal him yet because I don't really feel like it. Not out of sheer laziness, kinda, but just because right now I'm really focusing on some of this other stuff. So in Tinker's Construct, they add a weapon called a frying pan, and if you shift right click with it, you can place it down and actually use it as a furnace for food, but not for materials. So if I can find somehow, oh hey, we got some stairs. That's kind of neat. Um, we'll just put those in the chest because I don't know what I'll be using stairs for anytime soon. We're not really going anywhere. Um, but anyway, if I were to find some sort of cookable meat, I could throw it into the pot or into the frying pan with probably this wood slab that I've got left over, and it would cook it up. Um, Another new item that I have in my inventory is this here. It's a quarter of a heart. It's added by the hardcore questing mod, which is the one that adds the questing book and the other full hearts, and the reward bags. Uh, Pretty much what it is if you get two quarters of a heart, you can make half a heart, and if you get two halves of a heart, you can make a full heart. Or sometimes you're rewarded with three quarters of a heart, and if you just get another quarter heart, you can make a full heart and you get an extra life. And right now, if we go all the way back, oh, whoops. If we go all the way back, we've actually got four hearts right now, which means that we have four chances to get somewhere. Right now, we are looking at the mod, or at the quest Smooth as Silk. Um, this pretty much what it says is string is the gateway to all resources. Fishing rods will provide food. Sieves will provide are used to sieve dirt, gravel, sand, and dust to obtain stone, ores, and other resources. To get string, you will need to break leaves with your crook until you receive a silkworm. Right click a leaf to or leaf block on Right click a leaf block on a newly grown tree with the silkworm. Walk away. When all the leaves on the tree have turned white, break them with a crook to get string and more silkworms. When you have extra silkworms, you can cook them for food. So that's why we chose the frying pan as our item to take from that quest instead of the axe, because I can just punch a tree down. I can't punch a silkworm into edibility. So we're just gonna go with the flow here. And right now we've got three extra wood, which isn't really that great. Um, I'll actually keep that because I don't want to waste it on anything. Uh, but what we will do is we'll put down these other tables that we have. We have the part builder, the tool station, and the stencil table. That'll make it a little bit harder for me to fall off just by oh hey look, it's raining. We can't actually hear it because remember we got the rain muffler and we put the magic wool in our ears, but this barrel here will start to fill up with water, and that is awesome. Actually, we're going to break this one and let this one fill up with water as well, because if they both fill up with water, we'll have two buckets and we can make an infinite water source. I didn't really think about that during the last recording, but now that I'm thinking about it, that is probably our wisest direction to go in. Um, You'll notice little leg spikes every once in a while. Those are just because of heavy motion in the game. On the first page of this two or not enough items page, you can see that there are spawners in the fire and the water and the lava, and the portal. Those are all very heavily animated things. It'll slow our frame rate down just by a little bit, and then it'll spike back up. In game right now, it's raining. That's very heavily animated, so that's gonna cause a little bit of lag issue. Hopefully this tree isn't covering our barrels. Oh, this has to go. There we go. Yep, both still filling up. We're just gonna break that to be safe. There we go. All right, now let's break down this. Oh wait, get out the crook. So we had to make this for I forget what it's called, the in the beginning quest. which we received a reward bag, which gave us our stairs, 10 more apples, which gave us our 12 apples because we had two from breaking trees beforehand, and a quarter of a heart, which I explained to you earlier. We went back a little bit too far there. Let's open up our quest, open up our smoothest silk. Um, we've got to pretty much just do this until they are almost a microscopic item for being a silkworm. And as important as they are to this mod pack, you'd think they'd have a little bit more of a picture, but I suppose it's just showing off like what you're really getting out of this. A silkworm, I will show you what their portrait looks like when I get them as an item. They are not noticeable whatsoever. You can barely see them on the ground. It looks pretty much like a little line that's kind of wiggling a little bit. Let's see if we got one. No, we didn't. That's kind of a bummer. We could have really used it, but that's fine. We'll get there eventually. Um, but for right now, let's start breaking down some oak wood. We will have to wait a while until we get our buckets to get our water out of our barrels, and then we'll build over them because we'll have an unlimited water source at that time. Um, because that's probably the most useful thing, other than an automated tree farm, which I had one time. It's so useful because you can get harvesters which will shear trees for you and take the leaves off, and you can compost leaves, and you can set that up to be automatic too, and so it would like compost the leaves, and you'd get more and more dirt, and there'd be so much dirt, it'd be insane. um, but for right now, we're just gonna have to do it ourselves. Can't be lazy like the Americans we are. We just gotta do our thing. Not saying that all Americans are lazy, but most are. Not trying to be unpatriotic. Um, but seriously, I mean, we are one of the fatter nations, and we are the only one that actually takes like offense to being fat or being called fat. A couple of cultures in the Middle East actually take being fat as a compliment. I'm not seeing any silkworms, and nope, okay, no silkworm. Time to break down this tree too. So pretty much what we're doing is we're just gonna have to keep using a block of wood from every set of four we can make from every log. So right now we can make 30, or sorry, my math is really bad. We can make 40 now, um, and from that we have to use 4, so we'll have 36 actually, and we'll have to use that 4 to make another 4 sticks. Sorry, I don't quite remember how wood works in Minecraft, but what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much just take that. Yep, we'll make 8 sticks, and that 8 sticks can be made into 2 crooks, which are what we really need right now. The crook is pretty much the only way to get, well, actually is the only way to get string unless you're going to cheat, which I said no more of after that first little bit in the first episode, after all those shenanigans happened. But right now, we are just going to search through these trees, and eventually, I'm hoping that we will get a little flippin' godsend here that looks like a little wiggle line, little wiggle worm, and we'll see him here in a little bit, hopefully. I'm holding on to hope, guys. It's the only thing you can do on this mod. We still don't have any. Um, so you can see that right now this apple, which it's looking like we're gonna have to eat soon, is called a morsel because of the hunger overhaul mod. So what it does is it uses the or directory mod to take apples and actually redirect their properties to the hunger overhaul mod. So they're actually very, very unfilling. I think they only fill half opposed to like the 1.5 that they fill in vanilla. So we have to eat quite a few to stay to keep going. Um, I'm not sure if you've noticed yet, but up in the top right corner behind the map, it says hungry. It usually says peckish. Sometimes it'll say well fed after we get a little ways in and we're able to take care of ourselves. But until such a time, we are sadly stuck at being hungry or starving or peckish. Um, it really brings hunger deep into Minecraft. You have to know what you're doing. You have to pretty much pay attention to the properties that the food holds now, because it does not hold the same properties as vanilla Minecraft, and things can get very chaotic if you don't pay attention to that. There can be some misunderstanding where you may think that you have eaten enough to be full. Let me tell you now, you probably didn't, and you probably haven't, and you probably will be hungry again soon. Um, Usually it'll lead you to death, and death leads you to losing your lives, and losing your lives leads you to having to start all over. We got one! Okay, so see this little wiggle worm here? This is the one thing that we've been needing this entire time that I've been rambling on about death and starving and hunger and Minecraft. But right now, we've got 4 nuggets. We're only hungry. That's actually really good. And we got our silkworm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down this tree. Um, we got 9 apples left, so I'm not too worried about it. Another thing that having this hunger overhaul does to the game is it makes it extremely hard to break things if you're too hungry. Not only can you not run in this mod pack, but you also cannot break things, which makes this game progressively harder. You're also very slow, like ungodly slow. So now you see that this leaf has a little infested bit uh, where we've put that silkworm. It'll turn white eventually and infect the entire tree with silkworm, and we can break it later to get more silkworms and some string to complete some of the builds that we need for this quest. Um, let's look at our quest actually and find out what we need to build. Okay, so it's looking like what we need is an oak sieve, which we'll look up the recipe for, a fishing rod, which is vanilla. Hopefully you know how to make a fishing rod if you're watching this video. If not, it's 3 strings in a diagonal line across the crafting table, or 3 sticks in a diagonal line across the crafting table with 2 string hanging down from the tip. A wood hammer, which we'll look at making here in a second, and a bed, which you may be thinking that you need wool. I'm not sure how you usually get string, or how you usually get wool. I know that I usually get it through sheep, but through the power of Minecraft, you can take 4 string, put it in a crafting bench in a square, and you can get a block of wool from that. So if we can get 12 string from this tree, we can make our bed. And that is probably the most like needed thing right now, I guess. Um, we can also get a sieve, actually, and I think that might be the most needed thing right now. Because if we can sieve dirt that we can make through our compost barrel here, if we can sieve dirt enough to get, um, I think it's like 4 stones. Like you get little like rounded stones, and if you can get 4 stones, you can make them into a cobblestone. And if you take this wood hammer that I'm actually going to build right now while I'm thinking about it, um, if you take this wood hammer here, which it's like this, and then I think it's like this. Nope, is it that one? Nope, that's a sign. Is it that one too? No. Well, then we'll look it up through handy dandy not enough items. Wood hammer. Not wood hammer. Wooden ham. Wooden hammer right here from X Nilo. It's, oh wow, that's actually much simpler than I thought it to be. Let's actually just do that and that. We'll make 2, because who knows, they might break. 2 wooden hammers. So we'll take those, we'll put 1 in the chest. We've got our two crooks, our pickaxe, which we don't really need right now, so we'll put that away. We've got two wood along with the 64 stack that we just got. We've got our apple morsel. We don't really need this book, so we'll put it in there. We don't really need our materials in new yet because we haven't really gotten there. I will hold on to the open blocks mod book because I really like open blocks, so why not? Um, Other than that, we just cleaned out our inventory a little bit. Ooh, look at that tree. That tree is really coming along. So see these leaves that say, if you look at them, it says infested leaves progress 100%. So we can pretty much just watch them climb up there, and that one's done. That one's done. These ones have become infested. Those over there look like they're the only like withstanding force of normal oak leaves left. After a while, we can just kind of look up and start breaking. Let's see here. There we go. We got one string. And I'm kind of being quiet right now, but that's just because I am very nervous that we won't get the things we need from these infected leaves. I'm very panicky that we're gonna have to wait and try and get some more. We've got 3 string right now. It's way less than what I was actually hoping for. 4 string, things are starting to look a little bit better. Looks like we're starting to starve, which happens when you get down to 2 little health nuggets. Um, right now we've got 4 string and 1 silkworm. So even if this whole thing is kind of a bust, we can just take our silkworm, grow another tree, and infest another tree with silkworms. Right now, oh, that string just fell off the edge. Oh no, saddest of days. We shall have a moment of silence for that string. Okay, back to getting string. Oh, that string was really important too. We really need string right now. Like, really bad. Like, holy poop, man. That was a waste if I've ever seen one. Oh, that one's not done yet. Okay, that one is though. And that one is. 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 And that one's done too. And this one's also done. And ooh, string. Ooh, look at all that string. That string though. We got 12 string. We can make our bed that we were talking about. But if we can hold out for 4 more string from these last couple of leaves, we can. Oh no, I'm thinking we need 6 more. Um, if we can hold out for 6 more, we can make. Ooh, there's one. How much more do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we pretty much need to get 1 string from each of these. Oh, looking good. We even got a silkworm from that one. Oh, there's our another string. Oh, come on. If we can hold out just a little bit longer. Oh, we didn't get it. Nope. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, looks like from this one we'll only be able to make our bed. Um, what I was hoping for was 18 string because we could have then made our sieve, but for now we'll just make the bed. Um, and I think so. There's that, and we can also make the fishing pole. So I just gotta grab a little bit of the wood out of the chest over here. We'll take the stack of 5, just so if we fall off and die, um, we don't lose a shatload of resources. One thing that I'm thinking I'm gonna do before the next recording session, which looks like it's going to end up being tomorrow because it is currently 2 a.m. on a Wednesday night and Thursday morning, and I am really quite tired. Um, but I'm gonna finish this recording session. It looks like I've only got about a minute left. Um, I don't think we're gonna get to finish the um, the mod or the quest for the string tonight. We will get rid of this tree and infest it with another silkworm though, or two, because I think we got like 3 or 4 from that last harvest. What I'm doing here is I'm just gonna build a little platform so I can put my bed down and set a spawn. So if I do die, it doesn't affect our gameplay any by spawning me off the edge. So what I'll do is I'll put the bed down right here. Um, I know I said I wasn't gonna cheat anymore, but I'm gonna set time night quick. Don't know what I was trying to do, but we'll set time night quick. I'll break down this tree while we wait for it to get dark enough for me to sleep. That way I can set my spawn and I won't. Another big problem with this mod pack is when you die, you do tend to end up, even if you end up spawning on the right place, um, if you die, you end up spawning like everywhere. There's a good chance that you are going to spawn off the edge if you don't set your spawn point using a bed. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I set it tonight. Looks like it's nighttime enough for me to sleep. Um, we'll hop into bed quick. Quick slap down another oak tree. Plant, and we will grab our silkworms. We got 3, so we'll put 1 here and we'll walk around to the other side and we'll put 1 there. So we've got dual infestation happening from both sides. So that tree should be ready by the time I start recording next. I don't think I'll be recording any more episodes tonight. I will set these up to post to YouTube. These last 2 episodes I record. I think I'm gonna start recording in 4 episode sessions, but for tonight it was just the 2. So I will post these to YouTube. You guys will get to see those tonight. I won't have any time for editing, so hopefully they look nice. That's been Jake One Up signing off. Thanks, guys. Bye.